Howdy, folks. It's another box of dogs, and we're here tonight to talk about the great, imminent financial collapse that's about to fucking happen. So strap in.
Yeah, but I know what'll make you feel better.
Oh no, not another box of dogs!
It's another box of dogs!
Woof, woof.
Woof, woof indeed. Thank you, Steve. That's the closest we're getting to having Steve on at the moment. I know everyone wants him to come back, and so do I. But he's busy touring at the moment. Ah, that's good shit. My treat for the day, orange juice. God, I've become boring. It used to be fucking... Well, it wasn't just orange juice. That's not just orange juice. There's vodka in it as well, but fuck me. Times are grim, folks. Times are grim. So they keep saying, all these people keep telling me there's this financial collapse about to happen. Massive financial collapse. Don't buy anything. Not even a piece of cake. Don't have the cake yet. If you bought some cake, put it in the fridge. Don't eat that cake just yet. Don't eat the last biscuit. So, I don't know why this is, but everyone keeps telling me. The guys at head office, I mean, they're in the finances. They keep telling us there's a financial something is about to happen. We're supposed to move. We're supposed to be trying to get as many clients as possible in essential, in the essential areas. Now, this could be just people panicking, but then someone else said it to me tonight. They said, don't buy anything. You need new shoes? Not yet. Don't buy the new shoes yet. And I do have a theory about this. And it's quite simple. One, with they need another disaster. The COVID disaster got Trump out of office. I mean, that played a part. It certainly helped. They keep talking about lockdowns and things, but I think there's been so much heat on the fucking elites, the financial elites, that they're going to punish us. They're ready to punish us. They're like, you fuckers, you fucking unappreciated fuck. Just check this out. I mean, if they can print $100 billion, $200 billion, $500 trillion to keep a war going in the Ukraine, can't they feasibly print a couple of $100 trillion to keep the economy going? It's just a crazy thought, but, you know, I mean, it seems kind of logical to me anyway. Yeah, I do think that there has been a lot of heat, especially on X. Been a lot of heat. This fucking guy. I think I showed you him. I'm still set up from the other day. And let me ask you this as well. Why isn't there a way to stream that I can just come on? I mean, for Box of Dogs, for Truth Dungeon, we're using StreamYard. It's one we all agree on is pretty good. But we set it up well in advance. But I've wanted for ages now, I've just wanted something I can walk in, hit a button, and I'm streaming. So it doesn't interrupt the creative flow. Because I forget, I want to say things, and I forget what I was going to say. So then I just ramble on. But OBS, every time I set up with OBS, I mean, it's not a big thing. I go into Rumble Studios, I set that up, and I have to create a new ingress every time and connect it to my OBS. Surely OBS could stay connected with the one fucking... surely there could be a template. What am I doing wrong? Someone from Rumble, contact me and tell me what's up. I'm sure that'll happen. So, Elon Musk, how's it going? You're about to promote some smaller channels, are ya? Well, waiting for that Elon Musk bump that I'm not going to get. Wouldn't that be a twist? You know, Elon Musk's got so much money, he could give everyone in the world $1 billion and still have 5 gazillion billion trillion dollars left over. I mean, it's obscene. That's what people say on Twitter. It's fun. People are great with their mathematics. And it's those kind of mathematics that are bringing you the great collapse, which we are in for, which is heading for us. Everyone keeps saying it. Or is it just more fear-mongering? Because people have been doing this for fucking ages. People always, this is it. However, I did say that, did hear someone say that Trump they were going to tank the economy because Trump coming in. And it was kind of like it's basically punishment for... Well, because anyone that does anything for their people is the bad guy, according to them. Anyone in here, look. Let me pull this up. Tucker talked about it just recently. Oh, 222 following. I don't know why I'm obsessed with all it. You asshole. You fucking asshole. All right. Sorry, folks. I got to fix this. Where are we? I gotta go bam, and then bam, and we're back. Alright, I don't know why. That's another thing OBS does. I love OBS. It's like open source. It's free. It's a great piece of software that does complex things. But can you fix the bugs? Probably if it was probably if we paid for it. See, that's the problem with free shit. If you don't pay for it. Anyway, I'm obsessed with like 222. I've got 777 friends on Facebook and I like keeping it that way. Oh, look, there I am. Wow. Feminists. Fucking hell. I'm hearing rumors oh yeah, okay, we'll come back to that. But no, there's a here we go. Check this out.
To say our leaders make the case implicit. But
okay, so I've been saying this for a while. What we're told in school is that what's his fucking name? The English. Sorry, I got it. Winston Churchill. We're told about Winston Churchill and what a fucking hero he was and how evil Hitler was. And then you start to learn. But you get to like 50. No one fucking cares. It's about corrupting the youth. That's what this is all about. That's the game. You keep the youth fucked in the head. And it doesn't matter when you get to my age. However, we should be teaching the young the realities. But anytime we do, they punish us. And what they're doing now is they're going to punish us with this impending collapse. Now, I've been saying this for ages. Churchill was a fucking piece of shit. An absolute scumbag.
But from a Western perspective,
and here's Tucker touching on it.
But from a Western perspective, I think it's fair to say, our leaders make the case implicitly, that it's really only when Europeans have a sense of themselves as Europeans that the world is in peril, but everyone else is fine to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's they don't see those other people as a threat. Either because the people who formulate these narratives don't live in those places, or they don't have historical experience with those people, and so they don't see them as the same kind of threat.
So Germany is because
Those people.
totally self-hating place. It's the husk.
Yeah.
It's depressing as hell, though also wonderful in a way, but it's going away. But they lost. At least you could say they lost 2 world wars in a row.
Yeah.
Britain won 2 world wars in a row. And if anything, it's more degraded than Germany. So, like, just to take it back to the first thing I said, and I'll shut up and let you answer, but if Churchill is a hero, how come there are British girls begging for drugs on the street of London?
Yeah. Germany lost 2 world wars, but look who they took on. The world. In the words of Norm MacDonald, the late, great goat Norm MacDonald. So in the first half of the previous century, Germany decided to go to war. And who should they choose to go to war against? The world. Then they lost that. I think it'd be an easy win, but no, it was actually close. Then, a little while later, Germany again decides to go to war, and who should they choose? Again, they choose the world. Who the fuck you think you are, Mars or something? Yeah, so Germany took on the world. And when we talk about them taking on the world, we're talking about them taking on the globalists. I don't know, man. I come on here. I always want to talk out, like, be hopeful. Don't let's learn from these people. Let's not hate these people. Let's learn from them. They're very smart. But the problem is, if we do anything, I was thinking earlier, what I wouldn't give to start my own fucking country where you could, like, tax would be voluntary input system, and you could have a say where it goes. Like, everyone would be like, we want good roads. So I will pay 10% of my income or 10% of my wealth that I earned last year to go towards the roads and schools and hospitals and things like that. Perhaps not foreign wars. Maybe let's not do the foreign wars. What I wouldn't give to have my own fucking country and just tell these fucking people, just leave us alone. But they won't. But I have a theory that there is a place out there somewhere where they do this. Somewhere, and it's off-grid, and it's where the elites live. There's somewhere that we don't know about. It's not on Google Maps. It's not on any of the maps. But it's out there somewhere. And we're all in our little prisons. And hello to my two viewers out there. So we're all stuck in these little prisons. We'll come back to that. But anyway, let's continue with Tucker's revelation about Winston cocksucking Churchill.
And the place is, it's just London is not majority English now. Like, what?
Well, the people who formulated the version of history that considers Churchill a hero.
What he said. The people who formulated the version of history that considers Churchill a hero. And he wasn't. By no measure was he a hero. He was a hero to globalists. He got millions of his own people killed. He killed millions of Germans unnecessarily. And not fucking military, citizens. He was an absolute fucking cunt. And why did he do it? Because the Jews declared war on Germany, and they also just happened to own Churchill. He owed them so much fucking money. He was a world leader because he was owned. This shit is old, man. This is nothing new. Epstein is nothing new. This bullshit has been going on for fucking ever.
they like London the way it is now, you know. And
But that's
They
not
do.
victory. That's like the worst kind of defeat, is it not? I'm just
if you're
confused.
No, it's what they want, Tuck. That is victory to them, to keeping the people demoralized and desperate. Weimar Germany. Ever fucking heard of it, Tuck? Come on, you know this, bro. Tuck's great. He fucking presents it like, oh, but yeah, he's like the boy next door kind of fucking, oh, but I guess he's... I don't know who this guy is, by the way. I haven't really looked into it. It looks like an interesting interview. I'm going to watch it because he's spitting some interesting facts.
an English person who cares about England, then yeah, absolutely it is. I mean, it's forget about victory and defeat. It's the worst thing that can happen. You know, if you look at what's going on over lately in England, where you're having riots, you're having these, you know, sort of budding violent confrontations between nationalists and the police and so forth, which, you know, I think our natural, we like order, right?
Yeah.
Like Europeans, we like order, and we see things like that, and we have a natural aversion to disorder, to street violence.
Yes,
things
for
like
sure.
that. We might be, you know, war might be necessary, but disorderly mob violence, things like that, like immediately make us kind of take a step back, because most of our experience with those things is really bad. And at the end of the day, like, it is an unleashing of evil spirits, no matter what the cause or the reason is. And yet, when I look over there at what the British people, some of them, are trying to do, I refuse to judge them for doing whatever it is that they feel they have to do, as their homeland, their ancient homeland, is being taken from them. Because that is not something that can be walked back. That is permanent. That is something that ends your existence as a people.
You know I pride myself on my burps. Sandra, welcome to the show. That guy, I don't know who that fucking guy is, but... So why aren't we stepping in and fixing it? The only way, it seems the only way they will let us alone is if we lived in a country where there were no resources and we had nothing of value to them. Fucking, I say we've got to go to start our own country in the South Pole. Yes, it'll be cold, but look, just pop down to Aldi and get some winter wear. It's great. Should last a week. Anyway, I find that one very interesting. Yeah, it was, I thought that was very good. I would love to know. Yeah, look at this. Look. Oh, shut up, Tuck. Do it, just do it. Okay, so you know what I was saying before about... prison, that we're all in prison. This guy puts it beautifully, and I'll get my fucking head out of the picture for a second.
Number one, you were born in a cold prison. It is your country, your state. Number two, you have to pay for the prison stay. They call the prison fee taxes. Number three, you have no say what will be done with the money, but you have to pay. Number four, to pay the money, you have to work. The prison encourages you to buy new shiny products, so you feel better about your poor existence. Number five, you are not allowed to exit the prison and live on your own.
Alright, you hear what Dracula's saying there? You're in prison. You're not allowed to leave. Dracula's fucking laying it out here. Dracula's... I don't know what... You know, anyway. Vampires of the world unite. I was thinking about doing a stream talking about what it's like to be a vampire, but we'll get to that another day.
they will hunt you and make you pay.
See? They will cunt you and make you pay. Listen to that.
Number own, they will hunt you and make you pay.
See? They will cunt you and make you pay.
Number 6, only a few prisoners have walked far enough to see the prison wall. Number 7, the prison gives you news and entertainment so that you don't discover the prison walls. Number 8, the prison does not allow strong family bonds or strong brotherhood unless you are a part of the group that is running the prison. Number 9, the prison you live in wants you weak, sick, and divided. Because weak prisoners.
He never quite gets that last one. Because weak prisoners. Bloop. TikTok. He was probably just about to say something fucking amazing. He was probably just about to solve the whole thing. There we go. Anyway, how are yous going out there? How you going, Sandy? Did you have a good day? It's fucking beautiful weather today for a bit. What is it? We got this beautiful weather for a while. Then it turned to absolute shit. I always blame Harp. Whenever the weather turns to shit, it's Harp, right? I was having a good day, and then Harp went, "You're having too good a day. We're gonna fuck you up." So yeah. Anyway, point is, don't buy anything. Just don't buy anything unless you've got like billions of dollars. If you've got any money, if you've got anything like, I did the worst timing. I put some money on crypto the other day. I fucked it up. I immediately lost $40. Not a lot. I was just putting a little bit on there so I had something invested in that. It's now dropped, like I've lost about, I don't know, lost about 15% overall. And I don't think I'm getting that back. You know what I mean? Because I do not see. I'm really fucking hoping that there'll be one more bump on the crypto thing, but I didn't put much on there anyway. It was just a tiny little bit to get myself involved. I'm actually doing better on day trading at the moment on oil, and but how do you? Does anyone out there have any tips? Like, I'm keeping an eye on the price, the oil prices, and there was a video today. The guy was saying oil's going to hit 130 a barrel, which if you buy it, it's currently trading at like 74-ish. So if you buy at 74 and it goes up to 130, you make a fucking killing. If you sell at 74 and it goes up to 100, you're fucked. But the point is, he's saying, oh, because the wars and all that, it's all going to go up. But the problem is this impending fucking financial collapse that everyone keeps talking about. And if that hits, the oil is not going to go through the roof. If there's no money, the fucking thing's going to collapse. And it's been collapsing. So we've got 4 at the moment. Have any of you 4 people got the inside track on the financial situation? It's looking grim, but once again, don't fucking fall into the grim fucking bullshit of it all. But, you know, get your ducks in a row. Save your money. Get ready for more lockdowns and stuff. You know, I've come to the realization as well, And I think this is anyone who listens to this channel should take heart in this one truth. If you listen to this channel, they're not going to get you, right? The point is, they are depopulating. One of the head of the WEF was like, we got to either depopulate to get the population to under 1 billion people. The Georgia Guidestones put it around 700 million, which is under 1 billion. Otherwise, we've got to impose a technocratic autocracy on these people. So they're doing one or the other, but they are still doing everything they can to depopulate. The beauty of that is, who gives a fuck? They're going to take out idiots. They're going to take out morons. They're not going to take us out. I mean, we see this shit coming. If you're ahead of it and you're aware of it, they're not fucking going to get us. So, fuck it. They're going to clear the world of idiots. Good. Get rid of some of these fucking morons. Probably a good thing. You know, fuck it. I think I'll join the globalists. Play football with them on weekends. And then shoot them all in the face. I'm going to shoot them in the face. Right in the fucking snoz. Hard target, can't miss. Aim for the nose, aim for the nose. Which part? It's too big. Fuck 'em. Fuck these weirdo pedophile freaks. Goddamn sons of bitches. Anyway, point is, I don't know what the point is. I've kind of lost it again, so fuck it. Let's oh yeah, here's another one. Here's another one. Check this out. Look. You know, all the tolerance and the lefty stuff, right? All the fucking blah blah blah. This trans woman's bank account was frozen because she sounded like a man on the phone. That's because he is a man. His transaction was declined. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you take on the financial system. You ain't coming out of that. They aren't tolerant. They don't give a fuck. The tolerance for thee and not for he or whatever the fuck it is. Anyway, what good fun we're in for. But check this shit out. This is fun. This is fun.
It's Big Dick Don here. I'm hearing rumors that you're locking people up for posting memes. What the fuck are you playing at, you dirty commie cocksucker?
Yes, but because they are far-right thugs saying hurty words and upsetting people.
Listen, I'm going to stick my foot far right up your ass.
You can't do that to me. My dad was a tool maker.
Well, he certainly made a tool for the World Economic Forum.
Don't you bring Davos into this. I'll tell my mummy.
Listen, you slimy bastard, I'll own everything and love it.
She worked in the NHS.
Yes, well, my mom, who was probably the greatest mom there ever has been, came from Scotland. She always told me, Donnie, don't ever let those commie bastards take over the home country. So when I do get reelected, I'm going to invade your fucking country and make Britain great again.
I don't know why the audio on that's so fucked up. It's like left and right, left and right. That's very weird. Anyway, what else we got? Oh, that fucking... Fuck, I hate Twitter sometimes, man. Scrolling through, I've seen already tonight. It's just, you see horrific things one after the other. It's just horror. Just Twitter is such a fucking shitty place. I don't know if we want to go down the feminist fucking... Wadia eliminated in Gaza airstrike. Elderly fall chill. Chapel Roan ticket sale surge. There's not a lot trending at the moment. Well, I mean, there's things trending, but it's not particularly interesting. Dragons move in one piece. Pardon me. that doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Let's go to the bookmarks. Yes. See, this is what I mean about. This is why I think they're punishing us. It's shit like this. It's these kinds of fucking memes. I think this is the reason they're about to punish us. They're like, you fucking ungrateful cunts. Here we are controlling the world. And you fuckers. The SEAL Team 6 murders. So yeah, these guys are releasing info just around the time at a fucking election. Once again, just at the time of election. Fucking look. These people are evil, so I don't fucking buy it. I just don't buy it. I'm sure they did. I'm sure the SEAL Team 6 thing was a complete farce. That it wasn't, what's his name? The fucking Osama bin Laden. They said they killed Osama bin Laden. I don't think they ever did. They dumped him. They said they dumped him over the sea. They're saying they dumped him over the mountains. There's stories all over the place, but there's people about to come out and say, oh, yeah, it was all bullshit. I'm not going to play the video. It's 16 minutes long or something, and the sources are not terribly credible looking. This is the problem with this shit, and it just happens to be around the time of an election. I mean, it's very frustrating. Yeah, look at this. Look, ladies, you need to know this. Not all men are only interested in sex. Some men actually want you to hug them and tell them that you believe them when they talk about reptilians and ancient bases on the moon. That's all we want. Is that too much to ask? Anyway, let's have a look at this thread. This thread is really cool and quite inspiring. This is just these beautiful photos. Just check this shit out. Look at that. That's the moon bridge. The moon bridge. That's fucking fantastic. Check out this. The sunflower is composed of hundreds of tiny flowers arranged symmetrically aligned. Check that out. These little flowers in a sunflower. And the fucking thing moves. However, there have been sunflowers acting weirdly. Even the fucking sunflowers are acting weirdly. What the fuck? Sunflowers are going, no, I've had too much sun. I can't take it. I hear it gives you cancer. No, it's the sunscreen that gives you cancer. Face the sun. That's what you were born to do. Leonardo da Vinci's spiral staircase. How fucking cool is that shit? That's fucking great. Look at this. A wheat field next to a lavender field. This is just some beautiful photos. These are really some of the most beautiful photos that you'll find. The moon in Shanghai. Look at that. Straight up, that's such a fucking perfect shot. Imagine how many nights he had to sit there. The moon went over. It's just a bit cut off. Fuck. Come back tomorrow night. And it wasn't quite a full moon. That's a fucking perfect shot. That's beautiful. I love that shot. Okay, 6. 12-angled stone, an example of perfectionist Incan architecture. Check that shit out. Check it out. All the ancient technologies that made these things, I don't buy that they were fucking behind us like that. I just don't buy it. This stuff is just fascinating. If you look at some of the ancient buildings, it's like there's no fucking way that these were built by like slaves with chisels and shit. They found artifacts of like vases and shit that they measure with lasers, and the precision on them is phenomenal. Devil's Bridge in Germany. Check that shit out. Doesn't that look fucking wild? That really looks like a portal to another dimension. The Devil's Bridge. I don't know how functional that bridge is. Looks like you kind of could easily fall off. Maybe it's not meant to be walked on. It's one of those bridges that's just like, it's a bridge, but, you know, don't step on it. Ah, the sun bouncing off some coloured things. Cool. But not as cool as... Oh, this guy painted the view and put the picture in front of it, and they're like, oh, look at this. Look what I can do. That's cool. That's a skill, I guess. But why not take a photo? Just take a photo, for fuck's sake. The Great Pyramid of Giza with the perfect shadow. Look at that shadow. Isn't that groovy? From above. He probably, to get that photo, do you realize what this guy probably did to get that photo? He probably had to get a catapult. Get a bunch of guys to catapult him over the pyramid at exactly the right time. Just fly over, going click, 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 click. To get that photo. It's fucking stunning. Oh, maybe he used a drone. I don't know. Oh. A camel in an eclipse. Look at that. Eclipse camel. It's like the camel farted and blocked out the sun. I've done photos like this. These are great, where you get the... I've never got the 4 quadrants, but I got like 3. During a flood, I got a really nice photo. I'll try and dig it up for next time. But that's an iceberg. I don't know if it's... I guess if it's an iceberg, it's floating out to sea, causing a shadow, and it's caused that. That's a fucking beautiful photo. That is a great fucking photo, really. Perfect shadow. This photo was taken by an autistic person, and I know because that's the kind of photo I would have taken, where I would have just waited all day waiting for the shadow to hit perfectly, just to get that perfect symmetry. It's like fucking... Oh, hey, mate. Malachias is with us. How you doing? I looked into that thing that you mentioned the other day. Was that you? I think it was you, yeah. I couldn't quite wrap my head around it, but yeah, consciousness. Multi-layered. Where does it come from? I kind of got the gist of it, but was a little distracted. But we'll dig into it another time. How you doing out there, man? You doing all right? I hope so. Now, I used to work with these fuckers. I used to work with people that did shit like this. It's amazing. People that just... Like, because when I lay out wires, it's a mess. You should see under my desk here. It's just a mess of wires everywhere. Cables, power. Like, if I just suddenly start fucking... it's because I'm being electrocuted. But not this guy. Look at this. That's fucking... I mean, that is how you install... That really is how you install shit. This is actually the exact kind of photo that I got of the floods in Mildura. There's like a house by the river that's a pump house, and it's got these levels, and it's like the river rose to this point, and I got on just the right angle and caught the river, and so it creates this 4 quadrant. It's a great effect. Like, that is really... Because photography, it really is all about lining up your shots, getting it in, and that's why you edit later. And I dare say this would be edited. It's a little off, a little disturbing, but still the effect is there. They could have edited it, and I kind of, like, I'm so fucking... I want to fucking fix it. I just want to chop that top off, you know what I mean? I just want to fix that fucking photo, because it's good. But I don't know. That fucking annoys. That's going to drive me crazy. So I'm going to go over to the next one. Folded snow. It fell down a slide and folded. Do you know snow could fold? Snow can fold. How about that? Or that's some kind of foam stuff. Oh, see, more of this shadow stuff. This is by autistic people. These are fucking... You know what? I had a theory today. I think the people with Down syndromes... Oh, look at the cats. Kitty cats! Oh, we love cats too. It's a box of dogs, but we love cats too. I think... Not autistic people. Like, autistic people are running the world at the moment. And it's fucked. Well, they're not autistic. They're more narcissistic psychopaths. But, you know. No, but I think people with Down syndrome should be the ones running the world. And everyone would be... It'd be lots of hugs. You have to pay a hug tax. It'd be brilliant. If aliens would come down and land, they'd be like, take us to your leader. And they'd go, hug first. And they'd go, get the fuck out of here. I don't know. I think who better to run the world than people with Down syndrome? Seriously. That's cool, though. Shoe circle. A shoe circle. Have you ever seen a shoe circle? Look at that. Look at that. Shoe circle. Get all your friends together and make a shoe circle. Installing... These installers, they're getting better and better at everything. That's installing gas. Okay, there's some good ones coming up, I promise. They're not all just like, hey, look how well I installed this fucking thing. Alright, he's found the perfect spot. That's a smart dog. That's just a spot in the sun. Oh, square roots. Right, yeah, the roots following the thing. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Oh, this one's nice. I like this one. You'll like this. It's a mirrored image. Check it out. It's Venice. But it's mirrored. And they've turned it into a love heart. Whee! That's a cool photo, though. Hey, check that out. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they built it like that, but they did. What do we got? Oh, I suppose we'll look at it. Fuck it. Endless waves. This one's very cool. This is creepy. This is Bulgaria. This is... Check that shit out. This is a natural cave. This is inside a cave. These are the... And the moon. These are just these... This natural cave. They're inside the cave looking at the moon. Isn't that fucking... Isn't that great? Isn't that great? I think that's fucking... That's wild. Let's leave that behind us for a while. Oh, boy. Anyway, the point is, don't panic, but panic, you know? Buy some chickens, because, you know, you don't want to be lonely. You want someone to talk to, so get some chickens, get a goat. If you live in a flat, get 2 goats. I don't care. Everyone that lives in flats should... I used to live in flats, in the high-rise flats. Everyone had goats. We all had goats. Goats are the answer, man. Fresh milk in your coffee. Goats. Ate all your socks. Or maybe they were Asians. I don't know. It was something. Anyway. Point is it time to panic? Yes. Experts say yes. It is time to panic. Not a minute too soon. Oh, the Olympic rings. What do we all think of the Olympics? Did anyone else, like... all these people saying it wasn't they weren't attacking Christianity. It was fucking marketing genius. They pissed off an entire religion, then went, no, it was the feast of Dionysus. And it was like, no, well, why did they have the deification on that fucking fat fucking weirdo? The fat lesbian. The fat lesbian that played Jesus. Check that shit out. That's a bunch of jets flying over something. Some buildings. I think it's Italy. They build these buildings, and of course that's a fisheye lenses. They don't really build them like that, but that's a fisheye lens. But very cool, hey? Tulips, this is why they were worth so much money. Funny that this picture of tulips comes up and we're about to have a financial collapse. Anyway, I think we've seen it. Okay, that's Uz Valley. I don't know what that is, where that is. So I mean, that's pretty much that. It's a nice thread. That's on my Twitter if you want to find it. It's a very cool thread of nice photos, well timed photos, but it's very hard to get photos that good. They can be quite tricky. Let's see what. Hey, Constantine, how you doing, bro? Wear decent clothes. Have decent thoughts. All right. That's it. That's done it. We're going down the feminism rabbit hole. Fucking feminists, man. God damn them. God damn these. I mean, you know, that's, I don't know if that's a feminist thing. Have decent thoughts. Fucking. No, I want to walk around with my tits out. You shouldn't even look. Shut the fuck up. Right.
Second wave feminism.
Now this chick, I can't remember her name, but she's one of the honey badgers, I believe. I think it's the woman I'm thinking of. She looks older than when I used to watch her, but I'm pretty sure it's her. She's a men's rights advocate, lesbian, and she is definitely the dude in the relationship. Every now and then she'd throw up a video where she'd be dealing with some chick. She is definitely the dude. Anyway, she's a friend of Dr. Randomacam's, and if you don't know who Dr. Randomacam is, go on YouTube and look up Dr. Randomacam. Randomacam, one word. He's a very angry Englishman, and he's very smart, way smarter than me, and very good. Very entertaining and very smart. Says a lot of real shit.
First wave feminism sought to give women men's rights without men's responsibilities. Second wave feminism sought to reduce or eliminate women's responsibilities. And third wave feminism seeks to increase men's responsibilities. We find that men can't win for losing. They still bear the majority of the burdens they did 100 years ago. To one degree or another, they are still expected to pay on the first date and onward, still expected to pay most or all of the household bills, still expected to be at least as educated as their female partner, still expected to be the one to buy the ring and to buy the flowers and then to buy the chocolates on Valentine's Day, still expected to put themselves between a woman and any danger, still expected to take responsibility for themselves and others, especially women and children. The primary difference is they aren't allowed to expect any thanks, gratitude, respect, status, or reward for it. In one, girls and women are their equals, every bit as tough, capable, resilient, self-reliant, and powerful. And in the other, girls and women are so vulnerable and fragile that they need to be treated with special gentleness and consideration, extra protection and respect. And they are so incapable that they need boys and men to rescue them from anything that might endanger or upset them. Men owe it to us for how horrible men were in the past. I'm just here to ask, what the hell are we doing to our boys and to our men?
That's a good question. And I'm here to tell you I have figured out what modern women want. and I will fucking lay this shit out for you, and it's all going to make sense, and you're going to be like, here's what they want, right? You're not allowed to talk to them. You're not allowed to look at them unless they want you to look at them. You've got to be like, oh, no, and if you can talk to them. You can't tell them what to do. Oh, no, don't ever tell a woman what to do. That's oppression, right? So if they're about to walk down a dark alley or through a fucking park at night, no, you can't tell them not to do that. So here's what they want. Snipers. This is what women want now. We're supposed to be at all times up on the roof with a fucking rifle protecting them. Look, there's one with her tits out. She's going to get raped. Oh, fucking shoot anyone that comes near her. That's what women want. It's quite simple. Buy a gun. Get sniping. Be a hero. You've all played Call of Duty. Fuck it. How good are you at Call of Duty? I was pretty good at Call of Duty. I only got up to like part 4, I think. I don't know what they're up to now. Zombie apocalypse shit. But that's what women want. Snipers. You're welcome. Good shit. Needs more vodka. So, I mean, that's like, this is, I'm not going to show, there's another video in here, I'm not going to show, it's a woman getting beaten in India. Right? It's that they're just beating the living shit out of this poor girl. So why don't you fucking feminists, since you don't need no man, why don't you go and rescue that girl? Huh? You fucking ungrateful cunts. There you go. Yeah, I'm not playing that video. That's the video. I'm not fucking playing it. It's horrible. It goes through fucking... The other video I saw, I was like, that video... In fact, I'm going to untweet it because I don't want to inflict it on other people. I'll bookmark it for later, and I'm going to delete it because I don't want people seeing it, to be honest. It's fucking horrible. So I just deleted that. Yeah, so the feminist thing is, we all know it's a psyop. I don't know what we do about it. Become a passport bro. That's my best advice. Make enough money so you can... No, I don't think... I know you don't, Sandra. You're different. No, I know. You're very different. You're not a feminist. I'm not talking to you about... I'm talking... You get it. I don't think any feminists watch this show, to be honest. I might have one on one day to interrogate them. Yes, I do agree. There's no 5-year-old in the world that is explicitly gay, lesbian, transgender, or heterosexual. Small children do not think about sex and sexuality unless they've been groomed to do so by an adult. These are facts. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I had this hope for a while. All right. Look, let's look at this. Can anyone tell me what the fuck is going on here? Does anyone... I have no idea what... I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I had this hope for a while that, like, Christians, Muslims, and even Jews would all team up against a common enemy, and... But I've realized how retarded that hope is. It's fucking... It's not fucking good. Apparently they're sticking their face in to see some stone or something. Oh, this was fucking hilarious. This was great. Someone posted this. It says, this has never happened. The black girl going, I'm not oppressed. She doesn't even finish the word. Shh, yes you are. You just don't know it. You see, I went to an Ivy League school. This person responds, nah, this has definitely happened to me, Evan. Evan says, you said that you weren't oppressed? She says, yes. Evan responds, like, the amount of... Wait, do you not think systemic racism exists? Shh, I went to an Ivy League school. The amount of fucking self-awareness that these people have. It's they write their own memes. They are the memes themselves. That is really fucking hilarious, really. I mean, so funny. All right, well, I guess yeah, look, we can bring this back to what I started talking about originally. This is Eric Weinstein, or Weinstein. Talking about he doesn't think Trump will be allowed to be elected.
You said, what are the odds that Joe Biden has a debilitating event between now and November, including death? So he runs a 1 in 20 chance of dying in any given year or above, that I don't think you know whether he's even going to make it to November. Debilitating event could have been a debilitating public event.
I purposely left it vague, and I didn't say the other part of it, which I now feel comfortable saying, which is I don't know whether Donald Trump will be allowed to become president.
And that is a very scary thought, and it's a real thought. I don't know. I really fucking... X is going to be removed soon. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man. I really would not be surprised. It's not going to last. I mean, he has levels of censorship on there already, right? I mean, if anyone's ever made any... like, I've had my... Every time I've interacted with the LGBT people and I've made a joke that they've taken badly, my account I get zapped for a week. I can't tweet for a week. I go into read-only mode. My main account that I loved, because it was the account that Norm MacDonald followed me on. He was my first follower, and he was the only reason I fucking got on there in the first place. They zapped that account, and I'm so fucking pissed off. So, there are already levels of censorship in place on X. I think it will either... I think you're right. But I don't know. They will either just start enforcing censorship in other ways. I mean, look what they've done to... look at what they've done to Telegram. I mean, if that's not a fucking... If that's not a threat to people like Elon Musk and, you know, Chris Rumble. I can't remember Chris's last name, but Chris, the CEO of Rumble. If that's not a threat to them, I don't know what is. I mean, the reason they shut down Telegram was because they say, you know, it was because the Russians are using it to... it's bullshit. So they're saying this is all part of the Russian war, but so they lock up this guy, and that was under the excuse that white supremacists, if there is such a thing, were using it and whatnot. Anyway, so I've interrupted Eric.
What do you mean by that?
I think that there's a remarkable story, and we're in a funny game, which is, are we allowed to say what that story is? Because to say it, to analyze it, to name it, is to bring it into view. I think we don't understand why the censorship is behaving the way it is. We don't understand why it's in the shadows. We don't understand why our news is acting in a bizarre fashion. So let's just set the stage, given that that was in February. There is something that I think Mike Benz has just referred to as the rules-based international order. It's an interlocking series of agreements, tacit understandings, explicit understandings, clandestine understandings about how the most important structures keep the world free of war and keep markets open. And there has been a system in place, whether understood explicitly or behind the scenes or implicitly, that says that the purpose of the two American parties is to prune the field of populist candidates so that whatever two candidates exist in a face-off are both acceptable to that world order.
And see, this is exactly what worries me about Bobby Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard now joining Trump's team. They're like the political version of the Avengers. And I think he's very fucking right. Are they going to let those people in power? I mean, it pisses me off when people on X now say, you know, oh, Trump's in bed with Israel. Oh, what a fucking piece of shit. Well, what if, like, what, you're not going to vote for him now? What, you're going to vote for fucking Democrats instead? You fucking retards. Who thought that anyone could ever come to power in the United States and not be in bed with Israel? It's the game. How do you not fucking get... How are you a political commentator on one of the biggest fucking platforms in the world and you don't get that? And like, that's the line you're crossing? All right, well, go with the abortionists then, you fucking retards.
So what you're trying to do from the point of view, let's take it from the point of view of, let's say, the State Department, the intelligence community, the Defense Department, and major corporations that have to do with international issues, from arms trade to, food. They have a series of agreements that are fragile and could be overturned if a president entered the Oval Office who didn't agree with them, and the mood of the country was, why do we pay taxes into these structures? Why are we hamstrung? Why aren't we a free people? So what the two parties would do is that they would run primaries. You'd have populist candidates, and you'd pre-commit the populist candidates to support the candidates who won the primaries. As long as that took place and you had two candidates that were both acceptable to the international order, that is, that they aren't going to rethink NAFTA or NATO or what have you, we called that democracy. And so democracy was the illusion of choice, what's called magician's choice, where the choice is not actually, pick a card, any card, but somehow the magician makes sure that the card that you pick is the one that he knows.
They know what they want.
In that situation, you have magician's choice in the primaries, and then you'd have the duopoly field two candidates, either of which was acceptable, and you could actually afford to hold an election. And the populace would vote, and that way the international order wasn't put at risk every 4 years, because you can't have alliances that are subject to the whim of the people in plebiscites. So under that structure, everything was going fine until 2016. And then the first candidate ever to not hold any position in the military nor position in government in the history of the Republic to enter the Oval Office, Donald Trump, broke through the primary structure. So then there was a full court press. Okay, we only have one candidate that's acceptable to the international order. Donald Trump will be under constant pressure that he's a loser, he's a wild man, he's an idiot, and he's under the control of the Russians. And then he was going to be a 20-1 underdog, and then he wins. And there was no precedent for this. They learned their lesson. you cannot afford to have candidates who are not acceptable to the international order and continue to have these alliances. This is an unsolved problem.
Yeah. It's that's the issue that we're facing. And there's another video I want to run. We'll come back to that guy, I think. But there's actually a guy that was on Roseanne. And here we go.
Request your...
This is for anyone. If there's anyone in America, definitely check this video out. I've tweeted it. Make your vote count. If you can't find it, just search "make your vote count." Although that'll probably get you a million hits. Sweet Caligula girl. Wonder if this should be done by everyone. Okay, so this is how you just make sure your vote is legit. But Trump has upset some people at the top. Oh, fuck yeah. He's upset a lot of people. This is why he will either be shot. I mean, people have predicted that he will get in. And, I mean, it looks to me like if there was a fair election held, it would absolutely be Trump, hands down. But will the powers that be, or the powers that were, is it the powers that were? I can't remember. Yeah, Nitro Breed calls them the powers that were, I think. If you're watching Nitro, just, you're probably not. You're probably working tomorrow, so. But yeah, anyway, let's just go with the powers that be. Let's not get distracted. There's no way they're going to let him. Look what they did to Gaddafi. Look what they did to our man in Germany. Look what they constantly do. Anytime you take care of your people, you're fucked. But the amount of, I don't know, this is kind of a long video. I don't really want to play the whole thing, but I'll play a bit of it. We'll get the gist of it.
What can we do? Here's what we can do. Yeah. Number one, request your mail-in ballot. When it comes to you, and you folks, you got to follow these instructions. Do not open it. Don't you dare open it. And you keep every version that comes to you. Now, what you do is you go in on election day to vote.
I'm going to try...
These numbers went through the roof in 2020 and in 2022. You get there, you have a high statistical chance, happening in California, that they say, I'm sorry, but we show you've already voted. Yeah. Now, you know you haven't. Follow the rules. Number one, don't bitch. Don't say anything. Don't start saying fraud. Go, can you repeat that to me? The worker is going to say, I'm sorry, you can't, we show you already voted. And they'll say, I'll give you a provisional, which means we're going to let you vote, but we're going to investigate it. Now, what they don't tell you is they're going to count the mail-in ballot, they're not going to count the provisional, because they have no way of telling if that was really you, okay? Now, you're going to be handed a provisional. When you're handed that provisional ballot, because they've already told you, I'm sorry, we show you've already voted, ask for the supervisor to come over and just do one more check. They'll bring the supervisor over and say, can you just call your sheriff's department? Not the, and when the sheriff line comes on, because that's actually what it is. Okay. Somebody has stolen my identity. Yes, it has. Don't talk ballots, don't talk voting. Now, the sheriff's going to show up.
Okay, so the point is if you request a mail-in ballot and then you turn up and they say you've already voted, there's been some kind of fraud. Because they can't know because you didn't vote. Just hold on to your mail-in ballot. It's a way to beat the fraud of them stealing your ID and voting on your behalf. He goes on to say that if you, they will ask you, are you a Democrat or Republican? Which I don't fucking get at all. Why America? Why would you tell them who you're voting for? It's none of their fucking business. The vote is meant to be private. Your vote is private. If you tell them, oh, I'm a Democrat, well, they know who you're fucking voting for. Now, in America, if you walk in and you say, give me my form, they give you a form and they say, are you a Democrat or a Republican? And you say, I'm a Democrat, they'll go, here's your form, go vote. Fill in the little thing there. That's it. No more, no less. If you say I'm a Republican, they'll go, right, and they'll tick it. They'll go, tick. That nullifies your vote because the reading machines, any other marks on the ballot, fuck up your vote. So if they tick it, they've just nullified your vote. the level of trickery. Yeah, none of their fucking business, right? Jim gets it. Your vote is meant to be fucking private. When did politics become this fucking all-out like, oh, I'm voting Kamala because I'm a good person, because I want a vagina in the White House. Meh. Or whoever you're fucking voting for. It doesn't fucking matter. It's none of their fucking business. I mean, that's one thing I'll say for the Australian system. They hand you a thing, yeah, they'll hassle you outside the fucking polling booth. They'll be like, oh, no, vote for the Greens because environment, or we want money is more like it. We're retards, but retards deserve love too, right? Retards should get a say. I would rather shoot myself in the dick than vote Green. Those fucking idiots. I had I've told this story to my friends. I went to uni a while ago. I just wanted to do a course, just like a catch-up course to kind of get my fucking head back in the game. So I go in and we're doing all these things. And they're having speakers come in. One week they had a business guy come in. He was really interesting, but, you know, of course, all his opinions were like business and stuff. And then they had another guy come in that was from something else. Then they had this guy from the fucking Green Party, and he was an on-campus, like he worked on the campus. He was as gay as Freddie Mercury. I don't know. Think of the gayest person you can think of. And that was this fucking guy. He just walks in and he admitted, he said, he made a joke of it, but, you know, many things said in jest. He said, I just work here so I can sleep with all the students. Right? He fucking said it. And that's his honest thing. He came in and he said he gave some stat, and it was something that I just happened to know about. And it was like, say it was 100,000 years. It was like, this thing happens for 100,000 years. He said 100 million years. Like, he was just scare tactics. Fucking the whole thing. The Greens are so fucked. And yeah, here we go. In the UK, a vote for Green is the Islamic vote now. Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me at all. They're fucking unbelievable. The Greens are the worst. Anything that has green attached to it, just like, I love nature. Go out in nature, get amongst the greenery of nature, smoke some weed if you're into that shit. But anytime politicians go, oh, we're the Green Party, fuck them. Fuck them in the face. They're just retarded. Like, it really is female versus male. It's you know, the Democrats are female, the Republicans. Okay, I'm going to tell you a joke. All right. So there was a kid. There was a Democratic National Convention held at a large hall in America, and this kid went out the front and he was selling kittens. He's got all these kittens, and people are coming in, going out. He's going, buy a Democrat kitten, $5, buy a Democrat kitten. And he sold a bunch of kittens. You know, there's the whole idea of a Democrat kitten. People are like, oh, that's so cute. 2 weeks later, the Republicans held a Republican convention at the same hall. Same kid's back there, and he's selling kittens again. And he's going, buy a Republican kitten, buy a Republican kitten. And he's selling all these kittens. And a press reporter that was at the DNC noticed this, and he went, hang on, kid, you were here fucking 2 weeks ago, and you said these were fucking Democrat kittens. How come they're suddenly Republican kittens? And he said, well, now their eyes are open. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
Again, but I know what'll make you feel better.
Oh, no, not another box of dogs.
It's another box of dogs!